You ready? Here we go. Ow. You know, sometimes I think I'm not cut out for this job. All I wanted to do today was wake up, have a nice normal morning, a coffee, breakfast, prepare for my early podcast because I knew that I had to appear on Kino Casino this afternoon to speak to Josh Moon. But I'm not allowed that. Okay? Not allowed that because, everyone on the internet has to always be talking about me and always has to be doing drama shit about me. I wake up this morning finding out that one of my detractors, who I've been talking about a lot on this very show, Doody, has had a breakdown, has literally had a live cope session with his audience revealing all this personal information about himself, essentially to kind of cut off attempts that people were trying to find out this information for themselves. And I'm like, oh, okay. Now that all this information is public, all this stuff that I've been saying for the past couple of days actually kind of makes sense. Then I'm not kidding you. Live on stream, Keemstar joined Doody and for about 30 minutes put his balls on the coals and basically said, literally your content is in violation not only of the law, because you're putting completely unedited, giant, long clips of people's content on your channel without any commentary or criticism, but also it violates YouTube's terms of service. So, everything that I've been saying on this channel, on this podcast, for the last couple of days, and showed evidence of, Keemstar agrees with. What is 2024? What is happening? People are saying it's like the multiverse crossover or something. Right? Like, how is this happening? Worlds are colliding. This is so bizarre. And I'll just say this. I did try to join the chat of Doody's live stream. And immediately, his mods timed me out permanently. I can't talk in his chat. He actually got them time me out permanently. And so I couldn't respond because he was actually saying on his in his stream, oh, I need DSP to respond. I need DSP to respond. His mods timed me out, so I couldn't respond. So I said, fuck it, I'll just go on my own stream now. So ladies and gentlemen, today on this very show, I will give my final edict, the King's Edict, on Doody. Right here on the Level 1 podcast. Oh, by the way, I'm just trying to make sure everything's working. For example, I got a super chat here from Volsair, a $10 super chat. Doody couldn't last 1 week of negative attention. He's a beta. Well, here's the thing. All right. I have some stuff to say today. It's kind of sad, actually. It's kind of like I don't even know how to go about it because no matter what on the internet, when you talk about certain topics, people always spin it in a negative way and act like you're a villain and you're a jerk. But I'm really not trying to do that today. Because after Doody basically, self-exposed himself today and said all of this personal information on the internet that totally should not have been exposed. He never should have said any of that stuff to the internet. It was really none of anyone's business. I'm like, I don't even know how to respond properly without people saying, oh, you're a horrible person. Seriously. How do you even... But the thing is, what he exposed today, what he actually said on his podcast, fully explains everything. why he has systematically harassed me for 2 or 3 years, despite the fact that I've never said a word about him until this week. Anyway, I don't know what's going on with my pop-ups here. Hold on. See, my pop-ups should be working, but they're not. Like, Volsair, thank you for that super chat. Oh, wait, it just appeared now. Oh, wow, that was like the biggest delay ever. No wonder. All right, so it is working. Okay, good. Let's get Volsair on the leaderboard. And I got to tell you guys everything that's going on in a nutshell, okay? Because I got to summarize this. Basically, here's the deal, guys. After this podcast ends, which will end around 12:30 p.m. Pacific time, I have to set up, and I'm going to be going on the Kino Casino show over on Kick. And for about an hour and a half to 2 hours, we're going to hang out and we're going to talk with Josh Moon, the owner and operator of Kiwi Farms. Yes, I have a lot to talk about and say to that man because of the stuff that's been on his site that has been incredibly, incredibly harmful to myself, my business, my family, and people all around me, yet it still keeps getting put on that site. I mean, I don't think a day goes by when there's not insanely toxic stuff on that site about me, okay? So that's going to be an interesting afternoon. And so I do need to have my show end early. That's why I started the show early, all right? I didn't expect that all this crap was going to hit the fan with Doody streams this morning. I have nothing to do with it. But here's the thing, and I've been saying this all along. 10 years of abuse, 10 years of being attacked for no reason, 10 years of being the butt of the joke, 10 years of being the negative meme, and everyone making money on my back, essentially clipping my content, commentating on my content, saying I'm a horrible person, saying all this shit, right? It's now finally, in the year of 2024, it's karma time. It just happened to Review Tech. His entire life is in shambles. Things are falling apart. His content is a joke at this point, and he's going to be broke, right? Now, it seems like it's going to systematically start happening to all of my detractors, and Doody is the first, and I guarantee you it's going to be the first of many, all right? Because, again, I don't have to lift a finger because of karma. You understand? I didn't do anything to deserve to be treated like I did, but now, all of a sudden, it's exploding all in their faces, all right? So in regards to Doody and Doody streams, all right? Here's what's been going on. 3 years, he's been clipping my content. 3 years, he's been commentating very negatively on me. Insane amounts of, you know, over-the-top hatred towards me. It's not just, oh, Phil streams suck. It's Phil streams suck. He lies to his audience. He spends all his money on this. His wife is fat and ugly. He does this and this and this. Horrible things. This is systematic bullying. It shouldn't be allowed on YouTube, and it certainly shouldn't be allowed to be monetized. Okay? But that's the YouTube game. YouTube, for some reason, allows bullying to be monetized and profited from. I don't understand why. Okay? I don't understand it. All right? So, after all these years of abuse, you know, this past week, basically, this guy got called out. Not just by me, by the way, by others as well. Kino Casino has had issue with him. Even Keemstar has issue with him. And so over the last couple of days, after this guy basically being so awful to me for years, I've called him out on this channel. Just check the stream highlights on this channel. I have a clip from yesterday's show where I show you. He literally plays like a 20-plus minute clip unedited from my stream. And all he has on the top of the screen is, oh, it's something about Doody streams. I don't like Doody streams. And in the corner, it's his avatar with a dildo wagging it like this. I said, that's not transformative work. A transformative work means you add commentary, you add criticism, you actually have some work to make it your own. You can't just play an unedited clip. That's theft. You can't get Avengers Endgame, the movie, play it on your YouTube channel and have text on it that says, this movie sucks, and having someone going, pointing at it. That's not a transformative work. You have to add commentary, criticism, and actual, you know, critique of what's going on, or else you've robbed someone of their content. You've stolen. You're a thief. Not only is that against the law, it's also against YouTube terms of service. So I have all of this evidence and everything. All right. Seriously, and he can't take it. Basically what's happening is the guy's falling apart every day. And what's sad is that he has this army of people who like endlessly and mindlessly follow him because they're probably of the like mind. I don't even know like what else to say. Like they're probably exactly the same as him. when it comes to the way that they behave and the way that they, you know what I'm saying? And it's pretty sad. All right. So he's got this army of people who like his actual bullying, illegal content. And in my opinion, it needs to end. Like, YouTube should not be allowing this legally and otherwise per their terms of service. Like, it's just not right. I mean, the bullying isn't right. Plus, breaking the law isn't right. None of this is okay. All right. So the crap hit the fan this morning. All right. And I'm going to talk about it in a moment because here's why I'm have to do that. I had no plans on doing any of this on my podcast today at all. Literally, I wasn't going to talk about any of this shit. But all this just happened out of nowhere. And I had absolutely no influence on it whatsoever. Like, actually, it just happened. And I'm like, what the shit is going on? So I have a few shout outs to do. Judge Holden did a super chat saying I should do a regular segment where I take donations and pull Hogan's. Yeah, I mean, that's the meme now. Did you just see I have a Philomania logo now behind me, which is actually kind of neat that someone made that for me because I joked about it on stream. I was like, oh, it would be nice to have like a Hulk Hogan Philomania. And then someone made it for me, so I posted it last night on Twitter, and now I got it on my little screen here. Pretty funny. But yeah, you own the memes, and the meme is so stupid. No one in my content cares if I play a mobile game or spend money on it. So it's that simple. So thank you for that, Judge. And then I also got a tip here that I want to read out, and then we're going to get to the meat of what's going on. Now you have to understand, I heard all this secondhand because I wasn't listening live. I was asleep, then I woke up, I was doing all my morning shit, and then someone messaged me and said this all just went down on Doody's stream. So I have to, what I'm going to do, I'm going to present to you guys in the chat what I was told happened, and if you guys confirm it, then I'll continue. But if I say this in the chat and you guys are like, no, that didn't happen, then I'm not going to continue because this is all secondhand shit. I'm not the kind of guy that's going to come out and say, this happened and this happened and this happened when I haven't heard it for myself because I was a human who had a life and wasn't sitting there listening to his fucking stream. You understand? What's up, Jade? Good morning. Jade, I'm sorry. We have to do more drama today. I don't want to, but I have to. I literally was not going to do this morning, Jade. I know Jade just wants to chill. And I can't because this guy, this is the end of it though. I'm just going to say this. What's about to happen right now on my stream on this podcast is the end and final thing I have to say about Doody. And I'm not going to be bringing him up anymore after today. This is the king's final verdict on this bullshit. I'm done with it. Okay. Okay. So a couple quick shout outs. This is completely wrong. Someone tipped $1 and says, Doody wasn't having a breakdown. He talked about saying detractors or anyone can clip your content. That's not even what I'm talking about. I'm talking about what happened before that. The stream didn't go live with him saying, oh, I have permission to clip whatever Phil wants. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about what happened before all of that, where he exposed all this personal information about himself to the internet. He never should have done that. But apparently he was so afraid that the internet was going to find and expose him that he just self-exposed himself. This would be like saying someone might pull my pants down publicly in front of people. So instead of waiting for that to happen or trying to prevent it, I'm just going to self-pants myself and expose myself to the world. Not smart. Okay? Just not smart at all. Okay? All right. So anyway, yeah, we're not even, what you're talking about literally has nothing whatsoever to do with what I'm talking about. So I'm just going to ignore you now. I received a $10 tip. You should let Keemstar on real quick. I don't have the ability to get Keemstar on the show. I don't have stuff set up to have people join as guests yet. When I'm going to have Keemstar on Wednesday, I have to do my whole setup completely differently. This is all because I'm using a 10-year-old PC. I can't even get, like, Discord to work right with it. I have to set it up ahead of time special. And I'm going to have time to do that on Wednesday morning before Keem arrives. I can't do it now. That's why I literally cannot have a guest on the show right now. There's no way for me to do it. I couldn't make it happen. Well, technically I could do audio only. Well, here's the other thing. As much as it would be fine for Keem to come on and talk about this because he was part of that stream, I have to get through this podcast within an hour because I have to be on the Kino Casino. Okay? So I can't. We're not going to do guests and anything on this. I'm just going to go through what's going on, say my piece, and move on. All right? That was a $10 tip. And by the way, guys, this is my stream before I go on Kino. So if you like my content, please support it. You know, we're at King Streak 17. I'm going to be honest. I think the streak's going to end this morning. Because I don't think I'm going to be raising $150 in tips on this podcast in the next hour. I just don't see it happening. So Thank you for the wild ride. It's been an awesome 17 straight streams. I really... Oh, never mind. Never mind. Hold on. I have a $5 tip here. I'm not even going to say this name because it's insulting to Doody. If Keem hates Doody too, what are your thoughts on going on Keem's podcast to confront Doody? I'm not going on Keem's podcast. He's coming on mine on Wednesday. Okay? That's how it's working. Okay. And by the way, what I'm about to say right now is my final word on the subject. I don't have anything else to say about Doody after this podcast. This is it for me. I'm not going to sit here and beat the Doody senselessly. Yeah, I just received a $150 tip from King Phil 1. Message, flush the Doody, the king streak will never end. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have hit 18. Just like that. I didn't have to do anything. I literally didn't have to do anything. What? Yet again. This is King Phil 1. Now, please bear with me. We're not going to do a hat and a vest and shit. We're just going to do the show because I got to get to the topics at hand. If you guys contribute, I will shout it out. For example, the villain, 39 months as a member, says, let's go. And then Andy became a member this morning. Thank you both. I appreciate that very, very much. Let me play the animation and let me get to the subject at hand because we have very limited time. If this were a normal podcast, I would be taking my time, but we don't have time because I have to go on Kino Casino this afternoon. I have a commitment. Okay? All right. So, here's the deal. And I'm gonna be saying this publicly to you guys, all right? Because I want to confirm that what someone told me is correct. So, this morning, Doody self-exposed himself on his own stream, all right? He basically said the following, but I need to confirm with chat this is true. Did Doody this morning admit that he is a trust fund baby, that he basically is rich for the rest of his life, that his father, I guess, passed away and handed him over like a business, but he didn't want to run or couldn't run the business. So I guess he either sold it off or closed it, but basically he's basically like rich. Did he say that on his stream this morning or not? That's what I need to confirm. Did he? Or did he not? Fed Rogers says, yes, I can confirm that. I heard that. Okay. So I'm being told by my chat that is correct. Okay? He said it many times before too, but many people believe it's a lie. Okay. Now, here's the part I'm literally afraid of because on YouTube, you're not allowed to discuss this topic. All right? But I'm going to be as gentle, touching as I can on this topic. Okay? So understand, this is me asking you guys, did Doody this morning, or did he not, say publicly that he is autistic? I want to know the answer, the truthful answer on this. Okay? Before I say a word about it. I don't want to be saying something that's not true. Guys, don't laugh. This is serious. I just want to know if did he actually admit it or not. He never said that that's not true. Okay. That's what I needed to confirm. You see? Because I get all this information. Right? And when I get this information, it's like I'm not going to pass it along as fact. That's why I needed to ask the question. Okay? A lot of people say they maybe suspect he is, but he never admitted it. Because someone outright told me that this morning he admitted that publicly. Now, I'm not going to say that he did because I don't know that he did. Right? Right? Now, some people are saying, yes, he did say that. I'll find the clip. Oh, because here's the thing. All right. First of all, the whole idea of he's a trust fund baby, he's rich. That, for one reason, that already kind of explains stuff. Okay. People are saying, wait until I see the clip, but there's no clip. His stream was just live. I don't even know if he's still live now. So I can't get a clip. It's a fucking giant stream. You can't skim through the stream to find if and when he said something. You know what I'm saying? Like someone would have to clip it later. You know? But first of all, if he's a trust fund baby, right? If for whatever reason, I mean, that makes sense. This guy literally lives with no repercussions for anything he does. He's rich. He thinks that he can say whatever he wants, do whatever he wants. There's no repercussions for anything. That's why he can buy stupid animations for his crappy videos that get, think about this. This guy's probably spending tons of money on those animations that he has in the videos about me, and his videos bring in like 10,000 views, right? So he's spending so much money on this shit. Likely what he's doing is he's spending enough money that's why he needs to monetize the channel, because without monetizing of the channel, he's dumping tons of money on things. Like, the production value is hilarious on his videos because he didn't do any of it. He didn't make the animation. He didn't make the fucking avatar with the dildo wagging it at me. He didn't make any of the border. He didn't make the avatar that talks. He doesn't do any of that. He literally just bought everything around him because he's rich, right? So isn't that exciting, right? But no, the reason that I'm bringing these topics up is it all makes sense because, again, people are not saying that he admitted it. All right, I'm not going to say it then because it would make sense logically. When you become insanely hyper fixated on someone, like he's become hyper fixated on me, and the fact that for some reason he's willing to like break the law, he's willing to not only like make fun of me and criticize me, but actually like bully, like outright say terrible things about my family members and shit. People are saying stuff like in the past he's wished you physical harm. He said that my mom he wished she would have fallen down the stairs so that she wouldn't have given birth to me. Wow, that's great stuff to say, isn't it? That's really nice stuff to say. So anyway, yeah, I mean, pretty bad stuff. And the fact of the matter here is that the behavior, all right, that he's exhibiting, it makes sense if the things that he self-exposed are true or the things that I'm being told are true. And by the way, I'm going to say this outright. There's absolutely nothing wrong with people who are autistic. I know many people who are autistic, all right? And they're perfectly normal, fine, good, positive people. There's nothing wrong with this at all. The problem is if it's true and he is now focused on me as his thing to focus on, that's dangerous. That's scary. You know what I'm saying? Like, that actually legit makes me afraid. It does. Yeah, Jade, I'm telling you, man, I don't want to talk about this stuff, Jade. I told you this is going to be drama this morning, Jade. I don't want to talk about this stuff, but I have to because this man is so crazy the way he's coming after me and the things he's doing. It's scary shit, because it's going to pass the levels of like reason and the levels of like what's right and wrong to the levels of obsession, which it certainly seems like it is. Like I said yesterday, I brought up his channel. This guy made like 16 videos about me in 3 days, right? And what does that say about his audience, right? That they're okay with that. Oh, this is great. Yes, keep saying awful things. Keep doing awful things. We love it. What is wrong and unscrewed about his fucking audience, right? That's insane. And this is all allowed on YouTube, apparently. It's all fine. This is okay to systematically harass someone, to bully someone, to insult someone, to try to destroy their business, destroy their life, steal their content, break the law. According to YouTube, this is good. We'll monetize it. You've been partnered. Huh? What the hell is going on? For 16 years, my content has been me playing games poorly, but playing games, talking with my audience, having a good time, right? And have I ever hurt anyone with the shit that I've done besides like myself? I admit early on in my days, I did bad commentary where I would say shit like, oh, you're an idiot if you play Minecraft and stuff like that, right? But I learned and I changed, right? And I've grown up and I've, evolved from who I am to someone to be better. I don't want to make terrible content that's harmful to people, you understand? That's all this guy does. Like, he doesn't even, there's like not a shred of morality. And that's what I'm saying. Like, if he has fixated on me, I'm his hyper focus, that's dangerous and scary. It's not funny. I'm not making fun of the man at this point at all. I'm just saying this is actual legit scary shit. Because if this guy really is unhinged and he's coming after me, like, someone needs to get involved here. A medical authority, some authority. that this guy, this is what he's doing. And he's just unchecked. No one taking a look at this to make sure that this is all okay, right? Just let him keep doing what he's doing. Let him keep breaking the law. Because this is the problem with the internet as well, is that when you give an inch, they take a mile. When people test the boundaries and say, well, this is okay, I got away with this, let's go to the next level. Well, I got away with that too, let's go to the next level, and the next level, and the next level. And that's scary shit, all right? That's what I'm afraid of right now, okay? So, again, I don't know. No one's giving me evidence of anything that was said on his show, but apparently, from what I was told, he self-exposed himself saying all this kind of shit publicly, okay? So he says all of it as like a cope, you know? Because basically what's happened is in the last week, I turned the camera on him, and he's looking out at the internet and like, oh crap, now everyone's looking at me in a negative way. Well, let's have a cope session where I just fess up to all my private shit, and now everyone should like me, right? Like, that's what he was looking to do. But what he did, it's the opposite effect. It literally is the opposite effect, all right, of what he's trying to do. It's not going to help him. This is going to hurt him further. I know from experience, because now when my personal shit gets out there, you know, I don't share personal stuff anymore. And the stuff that does, you know, it just hurts. These people are crazy obsessive. You know what I'm saying? So he did exactly the opposite of what you should do. If that's what he was intending or whatever, that was the absolute opposite of what he ever should have done to try to help himself. All right? You cannot be exposing your private information and shit. So anyway, supposedly, no, I'm not saying, see, because here we go. This is why you can't say shit like this, because someone just said in my chat, so being autistic means being unhinged. No. What you need to do is go research autism. Go research it right now before you say dumb shit on the internet, because you're uneducated. All right? A frequent thing that happens with autism is people become hyperfixated on things who have it. And it's to the level of like mania, like you can't stop. You're just hyperfixated. It doesn't make sense. It's not logical. It's not even emotional. You are hyperfixated and you can't stop yourself. And I feel like that's what's going on right now with him and me. But again, I don't know if that's what people are saying or not. It sounds to me like it's bullshit. Because people are saying, oh, he didn't say that. If that's the case, then it's bullshit. But this is what people have been speculating and telling me for days now. Is like, oh, Phil, just so you know, you're talking about this guy, but, you know, this is the case. I'm like, well, I don't see any evidence of that. I didn't hear him say that, you know, but maybe that's the case. I don't know. All right. But I'm not accusing him of anything. I'm saying I am not going to say that's a fact because I don't know that that's actually been said publicly or not. Okay. Now, so by the way, if he tries to say, Phil said that he accuses me of being autistic, I never said that at all. I'm telling you what, I'm literally factually telling you, all right, what people are saying to me. And I don't know if it's true or not, so I'm just presenting it as a what if because that's how it was presented to me. All right. Anyway, let's continue on. So apparently he had this big cope session on his stream this morning. All right. Now you would think if this is this big cope session, I'm going to open up to my audience and say all this personal stuff about myself to try to get sympathy or whatever. That's great. Then he immediately went back to basically doing awful things towards me again. He was saying things like, oh, you see, here's all the things. Here's the checklist. Here's my PowerPoint checklist of bad things about Phil. He said he had a 10-year plan, and that was 5 years ago, and the 10-year plan hasn't happened yet. He said he was going to save money for a honeymoon, and that hasn't happened yet. Look, he didn't pay for a blood test for his cat, Jasper, so you just have to listen to this shit. And it's like, what? Like, what? What is this? What is this content? You opened up to your audience in a personal way, and instead of using that opportunity to explain who you are or have a meaningful moment, you went right back to your shtick of hating DSP and saying all this awful personal shit about me. And the funny part about it is it's never, oh, his content is bad or anything. It's always personal attacks, actual personal attacks on me, constant, over and over. And it's the same ones, because the funny part is the attacks he's making have no merit. 10-year plan. The 10-year plan is a reference to something that I spoke with my mother about when I visited her in 2019 and I was married in Connecticut in her home. And the plan was that within 10 years, I was going to try to spin out of being a YouTuber and do something more offline in the physical world because I was getting harassed so much by my detractors. But then COVID hit the next year and all the jobs went away that I would have done. I was like, my God, thank God I didn't get on a 10-year plan and jump off YouTube because I would be unemployed right now and I would have lost everything. In the meantime, things have turned around for the better for me. Financially, things are better. My content is better. I have a positive following. So why would there be a 10-year plan to get off of YouTube? And I've already discussed this over and over But people like Doody don't listen. They are hyper fixated on the one thing that I said there was a 10-year plan. They don't listen to all the follow-up and all the things that have changed between then and now. They just think, oh, that's black and white, right, brother? Right, brother? No, brother, it's not black and white. The world is not black and white. It's shades of gray. Things change. Something that was said years ago is not representative of today. You have to get with the times and understand the updates to things that are going on. You can't just say, oh, you know what I'm saying? Look at this idiot. We don't have any moderators in chat today because it would be nice because there's people in there literally threatening me and saying really fucked up things in my chat right now. I'd prefer if they didn't do that, but I don't think there's any moderators helping right now, sadly. So this is pretty messed up. Anyway. So anyway, he went on this giant explosive tirade with an audience. Of course, he had just done this personal stream, so now his views go up, right? So now his views, he has like tons of viewers on his stream. So all of a sudden, as all this is happening, and he's basically ragging on me for personal shit, and he's really feeling himself, Keemstar says he wants to join a show. I don't know how that came about. I wasn't paying attention. I was having my breakfast in the kitchen, okay? So apparently, Keemstar joined the show, and basically Keemstar says to him, listen, you are breaking the law. It doesn't even matter like what you think. You're breaking the law. Your channel has a ton of unedited clips that are extensively long, 30-minute clips, 20-minute clips. These are not allowed via YouTube's terms of service, nor by copyright law. All right? You are actually stealing content and re-uploading it as your own, and you're getting tens of thousands of views and making money on it. That is a violation of the YouTube Partner Program. That's a violation of YouTube's terms of service, and that's a violation of U.S. copyright law. You have to stop doing it, okay? So these guys went back and forth for like a half an hour about it, and here's what happened. Doody actually said the following. I have a clip of Darkside Phil giving me permission that I can do whatever I want with this content because I have permission to do it, and that's why I do it. So that's why it's okay. And then Keem's like, well, let me see the clip or whatever. And basically, Keem said to him, so if Phil says to you now that's changing, you can't do that anymore, would you keep doing it? And he said, no, I will not do it. If Darkside Phil admits publicly, all right, that, you know, I will not, you know, that I will not do that anymore. If he says that I can't do that, I won't do it. So I literally joined his chat. And I started talking, and get this. Number one, just listen to this. His chat room is all moderators. His entire fucking chat room is moderators. All wrenches. They're called wrenches on YouTube. They're blue wrench accounts. Okay? Literally every single one is a moderator. There's no, like, regular chatters in there. And it's a sea of them. It's not like, oh, there's two guys talking. There's like 20, 30, 40 moderators all talking amongst themselves. That's the entire chat. So I type, hey guys, this is really DSP, and I'll talk. I'll you know, I'm being asked to respond. I'll respond. I immediately got timed out. Immediately. That's all I said. I said, hey guys, I'm here to respond. They time me out. What the fuck? You got the guy who's running the stream with Keemstar saying, let's get Phil's opinion on this. Let's hear. And then his mods immediately time me out. So I couldn't talk. And it was like that for about half an hour. I kept trying to see if I could come back. And I was timed out. I couldn't talk. It never expired. It was like an endless timeout. They timed me out like permanently or like for all day or something. I don't know. So I could never talk. So literally, he created an echo chamber. He actually created a room where only his moderators are talking and him talking to Keemstar directly. And that was it. You know what I'm saying? I was like, what the heck is going on? Like, what kind of a stream is this? This isn't even really a stream then. Right? This is just him talking and hoping that everyone just like listens to him or whatever. There's not even a conversation. Look at my chat right now. I don't even think there's a single moderator in my chat right now. It's just me running a chat of how many people are in this chat right now. I literally have a stream of 891 people in climbing. Can you guys talk in my chat? Can you say stuff? Right? So what kind of stream does he fucking run over there? So literally, he's going back and forth, all right, with Keem on this, and they're just going in a circle like this. They're literally just going in a circle like this, saying, well, you don't have the legal right to have unedited clips on your channel. You have to stop doing it. And then Doody would say, well, DSP gave me the permission to do it, and therefore what you're saying is invalid. Okay. And then how KEEM said, he says, well, I think if this is the case, I think we need to have YouTube review your channel, because this sounds to me like you're just blatantly violating the partnership program and you don't care, right? You don't care that you're doing it. So I think we need to have YouTube review your channel. And so they all went in a circle like this, and it was like that for half an hour, and finally said, we're getting nowhere with this. I'm out of here. And KEEM left. Okay. And that's where we ended it. And then I tried to join the chat and say, hey, I couldn't talk. I was like, well, fuck it. I'm just going to go live on my stream. All right. So here I am, live on my stream, and I'm going to give my take on all of this. All right. Okay. Number one, I already said yesterday in my stream and in the clip that I released last night. In fact, let me go to my YouTube channel right now. All right. Are you ready for this? Just look at this. You can't make this shit up. You ready? Hold on. Hey, Doody, do you have eyes and fucking ears? Do you see this video that I released 5 hours ago? Doody breaks the law but can't take criticism, and here's the proof. And it's me showing the unedited clip of me on your channel and calling you out for it and saying this is not allowed under U.S. copyright law. So isn't that an example of me telling you to stop doing this? Correct? There's a whole fucking video about it right here. Didn't you watch my podcast from yesterday? Right down here. We're in that. I went into even more detail about how all of your videos and arguments are invalid. You're criticizing me for becoming an ex-pro, Twitter pro user, even though I'm using it for the benefits of Twitter. Now I don't have to see ads on Twitter. I can use it for my business. So it makes no sense what you're saying. Again, you're in this mindset that because I said something before, it's ultimate and can never change. You have this really like simpleton's mindset on things. And remember, also in that clip, when I talked about your other videos about me and how you do 16 videos a day, like I literally, if you watch the stuff that I put out, I've already, okay, I'm sorry, I was pointing to the wrong one. This was the video that I actually did it in. I already did this. So he's saying Phil needs to say that I don't have permission to do this. I already have. So you're asking for something that already exists. You're just lazy. Okay? You're lazy. You want to sit there in your echo chamber of moderators and really weird people who watch your shit, making harmful, toxic, really insulting, and pretty much illegal content on a daily basis. And when people call you out for it, you ignore it. You ignored that I told you you cannot do this. Okay? So officially allow me to tell you, no, from now on, you're not allowed to clip my content outside of the context of fair use law. But here's the thing. I didn't need to tell you that. Just because DSP says to you, oh, you can clip my content, go for it. That doesn't mean that you are immune to the law or YouTube's terms of service. Right? Right now, if I give you permission to walk into the street and slap a baby in the face, and you did it, would you not get arrested? Like, what are you talking about? You still have to abide by the law. You still have to abide by terms of service. Whatever I say or do doesn't matter. And of course, when I said that, whenever it was, because I don't know what clip he uses as his ultimate authority to do whatever he wants on the internet, whatever clip you're using, I didn't mean, oh, yes, you can endlessly do whatever you want with my content, illegally. Duh. But again, I think what the problem is people like him don't have common sense. Right? They don't. He has no common sense at all. He doesn't even understand what common sense means. Instead, he makes these really weird arguments. Like, oh, well, Phil said I could do it, so I can break the law today. No, you can't break the law today. I don't have an authority. I'm the king, but I cannot give you the edict to break the laws of the land. You understand? We all must abide by the laws of the land. You can't just fucking do whatever you want. Okay? So I mean, this is a insanely broken, illogical mindset this man has for the things that he's saying. It's nuts what he's actually saying on this stream with Keemstar. Like, I don't even know why Keem didn't even say that. Like, all you had to say to destroy his argument is it doesn't matter what Phil says, you can't break the law. And it would have been over. The conversation is done. There's nothing else to say. He's fucking felt it. He's done. That's the end of everything. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, the funny part about all of this is, again, did you notice I'm not really doing anything? I talked about him a couple days. Within, 2-3 days of me mentioning this man, he's fallen apart completely. So, first of all, he self-exposes himself and shows that he makes a ton of money on his YouTube channel, even though he's already rich, right? So he's hypocritical. because he claims that he doesn't need the money, but then he's making massive money on that channel, right? That's step one. Step two, he's exposed for breaking the law on a daily basis by breaking copyright law and YouTube terms of service and partner program terms of service with the content that he puts out. And then on day 3, with me even not doing anything, the guy self-implodes and gets into an argument with Keemstar and destroys himself. Utterly destroyed. He exposes all his personal information. Like, what the hell are you doing? Right? What on earth are you doing? And then arguing with Keemstar, you're not gonna win, dude. You know, like, what is in his echo chamber? Because the thing is, in his echo chamber, he's won. Because it's all moderators. So everyone is chat, yeah, KEEM. Dude, it's all your moderators. I can't even talk. I'm the person you're saying, I wish Phil would come on my stream and talk right now. And your moderators kicked me out. You are running a fucking nut house. Do you understand? It's a clown show. It's a room with a bunch of clowns bouncing off the walls. That's what you have. You don't have a stream. You don't have content. You have harmful, dangerous, toxic things happening on your channel. And quite frankly, professionals need to interject. It's not me that can stop you. It's not Keemstar that can stop you. Professionals now need to start looking at your channel and saying, what is going on here? Like, realistically, should this even be allowed? Because it's to the realm of borderline, like dangerous. The obsession, the mania you have, you're breaking the law, but you're trying to justify breaking the law, saying Phil gave me permission to break the law. What are you talking about? What? No one with a brain that functions in a logical manner would ever say or do those things. Do you understand? What you're saying is crazy. And like I said, there's no, I almost feel like this morning when he opened up and he started saying personal stuff about himself, this was his like, well, I'm doing this because I want you guys to feel, I'm opening up to you, and this is my cope for everything that I do. So now you got to feel good about it and feel good for me or feel bad for me or whatever it is. Like, you could tell he was trying to elicit emotion out of his audience, or why else would he have done that, right? Cybers TV says he emailed me a link that has all this information. Really? All right, well, here's the thing. Again, you sent me a link to a general part. I can't watch this. I'm not going to watch the fucking stream. I'm not giving this guy views. Fuck that. You will never see me giving this man, like views and shit. I'm not going to go watch his stream now. I'm just going to say, it doesn't matter what he said or did, all right? The guy's content is dangerous. It shouldn't be allowed on YouTube. It's because it's actual targeted harassment, which, by the way, we know what it is now. It's called libel. The reason we know what this is because we watched a video yesterday on my React show, DSP versus the Internet, and in it, we saw that Cardi B sued a YouTuber, who that YouTuber was hyper-focused on Cardi B and was saying awful things like Cardi B has herpes, Cardi B's child is going to be born with birth defects, like saying terrible, awful things about Cardi B. Cardi B sued the YouTuber and won $4 million for a libel. That's what it's called. It's not slander. It's not defamation. It's libel. All right? Literally on a daily basis, Doody Streams is stealing content, not making it transformative. That's a copyright infringement. That's a violation of DMCA law. And he's committing libel, where he is literally saying terrible, awful, horrible fucking things about me and my family. I mean, he has an animation at the beginning of his content showing off my family members in awful ways. It's like, dude, you're out of your mind. No one can, this is not allowed. It's not allowed. As bad as I said that some people are like Keemstar has said some really vile things. He didn't fucking pay to have an animation made of someone's family members looking like horrible cartoons. You understand? Even he doesn't go that far. Like, what the fuck is your problem, dude? So anyway, I've already said this. All right? I am not going to take any action against this man because I can't. I don't have the time. I don't have the resources. I don't have money to do this. I don't, But this guy has now been fully exposed. This is not just me anymore saying it. Now we got Kino Casino. Now we got Keemstar involved. Everyone is looking at this guy like, this guy's nuts, right? So I'm not going to deal with him anymore. Officially, as of this morning, here is my edict. Doody, you're a dangerous individual. You need to seek help. You do. Because if this is the truth, if the things that have been said about you are true, or if you really did self-expose information about yourself this morning or whatever, I don't know if it's true or not. But what I will say is this. Your actions are actually harmful now. This is not a joke. This is not, oh, I'm razzing Phil to make money. This is harmful, dangerous, illegal content that you're making. YouTube allows it because YouTube doesn't care unless lawsuits get involved, and I'm not rich. I can't hit you with a lawsuit, okay? I'm not going to hit you with any copyright strikes. I'm not going to hit you with a libel lawsuit because I don't have to. You understand? I don't have to. I have seen everything happening this week so crazy. Everything's going on around me. I'm not even involved. So I don't have to, all right? You have to seek the help. You have to go out there, and since you are rich, I would strongly recommend that you go and seek some kind of professional help. Speak to someone about this, about what's going on. And the first thing you should open with is, I literally on a daily basis for my job, I sit around putting out 5 libelous videos about a YouTuber a day. I monetize them. And this is how I spend my time all day. And I want you to see how that professional, you know, whoever it is, doctor, psychiatrist, responds to what you just told them. Because you are living in an echo chamber of people, your moderators, who are your whole chat. That echo chamber is telling you, this is great, this is good, this is nice. That's not rational thought. You have insulated yourself inside of an echo chamber. You've done exactly what Review Tech was doing. Review Tech had 1 million subs, and he was able to literally just have people surround him, his sycophants, telling him everything you do is good, everything you do is grand, everything you do is great. And then all of a sudden, after all the years of him having all these horrible things he did, the walls closed in on him and it imploded, right? You have the chance to actually do something better for yourself because you haven't gotten to that level yet. And you can actually go and get help. You can talk to someone and say, I want to know what's going on that I'm doing these actions, because this is not what a person would do who's like right in the head, who's normal. I'm wondering why I'm acting this way. Why am I doing these dangerous actions towards a certain person? By the way, you don't know me. I've never met you. We've literally never had a conversation. We've talked at each other now in videos for about a week, but you've never met me. You don't know me, but you're obsessed with me. You understand that that is not healthy. That's why you need help. The obsession is crazy at this point. It's not normal, and you need to get help at this point. All right? Okay? And that's it. After today, I'm done with this because the guy already is self-exposed. He's shown he's not using logic, right? And he's shown that, sadly, when he gets called out, he's escalating. Well, I'm not going to have him escalate any further. You know what I'm saying? Like, you understand how it's actually risky to do that with a person who's unhinged like this, who's having these actions, that I don't want to escalate it any further. So from now on, I'm out of this shit. I have nothing to do with this Doody guy. I don't want to hear about this fucking guy. I don't want to have anything to do with him because I'm literally afraid for things going on that this guy could do something crazy. If he's that hyper-focused and shit, I'm absolutely positively not going to have any involvement with this man again. I'm not going to speak about him. And everyone else, hey, I can't stop anyone else. Because here's the thing. This guy opened the floodgates. When he invited KEEM on his show today, dude, again, not only did you have a cope session where you gave all your personal information out, but then you're going to invite Keemstar on your show, and you think this is going to be a good thing for you. Like, wow. I just... So, yeah. So, all right. So, this is it. The Kings, this is it. This podcast is the end of it for me. I'm done. After today, that's the whole point of this podcast, is I'm done with this topic. I'm moving on. You're not going to see me making any more clips on this shit. I don't care what Doody says, does. I'm done with it. Really, I'm done with it. I don't care if he has a channel or not. I don't care what he puts on the channel. He doesn't exist to me after today. Because you have to, at some point, you have to look at the situation and be like, that's too dangerous for me to be messing with. I have a life, I have a family, I have a business to run, I have important things to do, positive things in my life. I can't be associating myself with this level of insanity and toxicity and nonsense and danger, quite frankly. All right? So I'm done. I am out of it, and I apologize. I know Jade here was earlier. He's like, dude, I'm out. Yeah, I'm done with this shit. I know, I just want to have a good time. Do you think this is what I wanted to talk about on my podcast today? No, I wanted to hang out. You know what I had on deck? I wanted to watch the Silent Hill 2 trailer with you guys. There was a bunch of game news articles going on. I wanted to talk about that. I'm about to go on Kino Casino. I can't talk about any of that shit because this guy and his actions are dictating mine. You know what I'm saying? So here's the official summary. No, Doody Streams does not have any permission to clip any of my content whatsoever. All right? I don't have the authority to have him violate copyright law or any other terms of service or otherwise. I don't have that kind of authority. All right? He has the right to do whatever he wants. If he clips stuff within reason and actually makes a transformative work out of it, I can't stop him, nor can anyone. But he has to operate within the rules of the law and the rules of reason. You also can't make the guy operate within the rules of morality. I wish he could, because everything he puts on his channel is completely immoral. Every piece of content he's ever uploaded is really wrong, but you can't make someone see morality. That's the problem. It's about, how you're raised, and that's something that gets instilled in you over time. Sadly, the man has no morality, so you can't make that happen. But at least if you can make him understand, dude, what you're doing is illegal, you have to stop right fucking now. Because I'm done with you, but it sure sounds like other people are lining up to fuck with you now. So if you know what's best for yourself, stop breaking the law. That's number one. Number two, I strongly recommend you do seek some kind of professional help, because no one behaves the way you do unless something's unhinged in there. I don't know what it possibly could be. I don't have evidence of anything, but you need help. I can't believe that someone would obsess over someone the way you do. 16 videos about me within 3 days, all of which are actual libelous bullshit. That's pretty bad. I could see, let's razz this guy once a day, twice a day. Dude, 16 times in 3 days. That's pretty extreme. And like I said, any professional is going to say, wow, okay, we need to start helping you right now. I think what it is, again, he's been insulated from anything, any kind of criticism, because he's got a chat of all wrenches who no one says, dude, you're going too far. He's got people telling him everything he does is great. He's rich, so he doesn't have any repercussions for what he does. He could just do whatever he wants. Wow, what a life. Imagine that, having no repercussions for anything you ever do. Sheesh. I mean, maybe that's how he ended up this way. It probably is how he ended up this way. If you have no one checking you on anything in your life, you're probably going to end up acting like that, right? So, yeah. So that's my recommendations. But as of today, I'm done with it. I'm not touching it with a 10-foot pole. I don't want to hear about Doody. I don't want to smell the Doody. I don't want to play with the Doody. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the King's decree. As of the 26th of August, 2024, DSP, the King, is flushing the Doody. It's been flushed. It's gone. And I'm done with it. He could do whatever he wants. I can't stop him. But I'm not involved anymore. I can't be in this drama sphere every fucking day. I have content to put out for my audience. I have things to do. I can't waste time on this man. I can't. I can't believe. And by the way, here's the sad fact about this Pandora's box. This was the first of my detractors that I have addressed. This was only the first one. And within less than a week, he's been completely exposed. He's been completely destroyed, completely felted. And he's got other people now looking at his channel and content. Not me. So, perhaps, seeing how things are going, a few other people should be possibly self-analyzing themselves as well. You know what I'm saying? I get the feeling that what's happening is, as I said previously, the best documentary ever made will be the documentary not analyzing me, but analyzing my detractors. That's your 1 million+ views within a day. That's the documentary that's going to blow this out of the water. Do you understand me? That's what people want to see. Now that the truth is coming out about these people, now you're starting to, wait a minute, Phil? Who cares about Phil? Look at these obsessive people who harassed him for a decade. That's where the story is, right? So, I'm just saying, that was the opening of the floodgates. Now, I'm going to have nothing to do with it because I got shit to do. I have a life. I have more important things to deal with. Bigger fish to fry, more fun, positive things to do with my life than worry about detractor shit every day, right? But I think now what's happening is the detractors are looking at this, not just Doody, but everyone looking at it like, oh shit, wow, this is pretty bad. All right, well, I guess it's time to take a step back and reassess where we are here because, yeah, when you get all these other people eyes on you, because that's the thing, they've never had anyone's eyes on them before. You know what I'm saying? None of them. And now the eyes are on them. Like, oh, I can't handle it. I'm falling apart. Oh, shit. But it's karma. And it was eventually going to happen. Okay? All right. That's it. I'm done on that. I have shout-outs to do. We may have a little bit of extra time left. But I really don't know how much extra time we're going to have here. because I have to be gone in about a half an hour because I have to start setting up to be on Kino Casino. You know, so good Lord. Just give me a second here to calm down. This is so crazy, man. This shit is so insane. And that's the thing, I want nothing to do with any of it. I don't. I just want to be left alone. You guys understand. I've never actively sought out drama. I've never tried to be involved with any of this. I just want to make content for my viewers. That's it. I want to play games. I want to hang out with you guys, have fun, chill podcasts every day. That's what I want to do. I don't want to be fucking toxic. I don't want to have to be talking about this dumb shit every day. This is stupid. This is grade school level, schoolyard bullying shit. And I know that people make big money and views out of this shit. I get it. It's the drama sphere of YouTube, right? What do they call it? The sector now or something is the new lingo for it. I don't want to be involved in it. I don't. Just a quick pull. As tempted as I am, Pikachu G, to do a quick Hogan pull and start the Philomania train running, I don't think this is the time or place for it, okay? I think we should calm down with that right now. Put the kibosh on that. Relax a little bit. All right? Okay, so I have some shout-outs to do. I have a lot of shout-outs to do, all right? So, let's see here. Spencer Howard did a super chat. He says, I was 12 minutes behind on 2x speed trying to watch his stream. Holy crap. And it cut off. Then he did another super chat. I called him out for moral grandstanding by referencing the super chat he sent Rich about your mother. He admitted it and acknowledged it. It says that it was bad, and then he made me a mod. His other mods couldn't ban me, though. What? The Golden Eggman did a $20 super chat and says, people who solely focus on Phil and are hating should be studied. That's exactly what I'm saying. I am not the story. They are. They're the ones. If you analyze them, if you get into them, and if you make a documentary on them, that's where the attention and the money is. Not me. I'm not the one. I was not the problem for the last decade. It's these insanely obsessive people who have literally taken the molehill that I am and turned me into a ginormous drama mountain that I'm not. That's who should be analyzed. Spencer did another super chat. They banned Triple P within 30 seconds. Well, that's not shocking. Kino did a super chat. The detractors know all of your words like the Bible, but when it contradicts them, they will conveniently forget everything. Exactly right. Like I said, the things that they were talking about on the stream, after this big reveal of personal information on the guy's stream, which he never should have done, they immediately go right back to the same shtick about Phil, the 10-year plan. 10-year plan stopped being pertinent in 2020. 4 years ago, I said, there's no 10-year plan now because COVID changed everything. This is now better than any other job I could have. I'm going to continue with this. I'm going to diversify and get better at this rather than worrying about, I'm beholden to my detractors and shit, right? But that's it. I've said that publicly several times. They don't care. They ignore. You know what I'm saying? They totally ignore what they want. They create these narratives based around what they want, and then that's the reality for them when it's not reality. It's fantasy. It's delusion. Flaked and Baked. 5 memberships gifted to the community. So congrats to the 5 people who got those memberships. Thank you, Flaked and Baked. Quantum Leaper became a member this morning. Thank you, Quantum Leaper. 18T220 did a super chat. He goes, this guy has 4,600 videos dedicated to you. He has no life. That's not shocking. I mean, do the math, right? Do the math. He had 16 videos about me in 3 days. So if you do the math there, that's what, like 5 videos a day, let's argue. And he's been doing it for 3 years. So 365 times 5. It's about what? Actually, no, that's way less. Hold on. Math is bad. Let's do the math. Wait, no, I'm right, actually. So 365 days in a year times 5 videos a day means in each year, he makes 1,825 videos about me. He's been doing it for 3 years, so you multiply by 3, you get 5,475. So actually, sadly, Doody was slacking a bit. He only made 4,600 videos about me in 3 years instead of 5,475. So I think he should actually up the production level. He should actually make more, right? Because he's actually kind of slacking right now. He should. And by the way, for the record, yes, that is sarcasm. Because if I say that, he might take that, oh, well, the king gave me permission to make more videos about him, so I've upped my production. No, Doody, you should make 0 videos about me. You should actually have to go make productive content for yourself that's meaningful and positive like I do, like gameplay and stuff, that's what you should be doing. You shouldn't be making harmful content about others and hyperfixating on people for profits. You understand? That's the actual thing you should be doing. If my word is law, there's the word. There's the law. All right? All right, now. I received a $5 tip. This whole thing is insane, man. Certainly not the worst out there. Fun to lean into the memes and watch people be upset over who chooses to do what with money on either side. I'm excited for return to normal with new reinforced viewership. Have a great day. Me too. Like, again, I don't want to be doing this every day at all. I don't want drama. I had no intention today of doing drama. I was going to actually say, okay, my final word is this. I'm not involved with it anymore. You know, like, I'm done with it. And I hope that everyone follows suit with that. Like, I want no involvement with this crap. Looks like my page froze. Or did it? No, it was delayed. Okay. And then all this happened this morning. I'm like, dude, this is insane. Like, I can't believe this is happening. This crap is ridiculous. It's so over-the-top nonsensical. And now I have to waste my morning podcast talking about it instead of doing something I wanted to do. Like I said, I wanted to watch the Silent Hill 2 trailer. I had like 3 news stories I wanted to talk about. I wanted to hype up my appearance on Kino Casino. Instead, here I am wasting time on this bullshit, right? I got a $7 tip from Super Snow Carl Turbo HD Remix. I remember I was something Keemstar said. I think you should apply. Keem a while back threatened Doody on Twitter for clipping his show without transformative effort, and Keem referenced you, saying, unlike Phil, I will copyright strike you. Now, thinking of it, you are well within your right to remove him, and even the most egregious one, Raw Phil, who is literally rebroadcasting your show without commentary right now, he's tracking as well as recording your chat. Those are lost views for you, and I understand the optics, but you know what you must do to get the upper hand. Yes, but you don't understand YouTube's system. That's the problem. YouTube's system is as follows, okay? You do have the right to use DMCA takedowns if you feel that someone is violating copyright law against you. Yes, what you're referencing is a violation of copyright law against me. The problem is, YouTube doesn't have anything stick unless you actually sue someone. So if you issue a DMCA takedown, all right? If you issue a DMCA takedown, YouTube will confirm that it's real and take down the video. And then what ends up happening is they will give an opportunity for the other person to do what's called a counterclaim. All that means is that they're like, yeah, I don't believe that this is real, so fuck that, remove it. And then what happens is it goes back to your court, and you have like 2 weeks to file a lawsuit against the person and actually have evidence that you have a lawsuit against them, a DMCA lawsuit. And then if you don't have that, they just restore the content anyway. So all that happens, you know what they say? If it's an eye for an eye, everyone goes blind. Because all that happens is everyone just abuses the system. Someone issues takedowns here, someone issues a false takedown over here, and everyone just goes in a circle, striking each other for no reason. There's no point to doing it. It's not effective. It doesn't actually do anything. The only way to take down people like this is to actually get a lawyer and have the lawyer literally hit them with takedown requests, DMCA takedown requests, and then YouTube will grant them and actually strike the channel permanently and have it removed. But I'm not going to do that. I don't have the time. I don't have the means. I don't have the patience, and I don't want to do it. I just want to make positive content. I'm a positive dude who just wants to sit here and make fun content for an audience. I don't want to be dealing with toxic, negative detractor shit every fucking day for the rest of my life, because once you do that, once you become that, that's you forever. You know what I'm saying? Like, the moment I issue a DMCA takedown against someone like Doody, that's it. It's just going to be endless nonsense forever. I won't be able to have fun with my audience anymore, and I don't want it to become that, okay? Fair enough? All right. I received a $10 tip. Let the adjudicator Keem handle this. YouTube is on your side. Allow Keem to work his magic. Again, I'm done with it. I'm out of it. I'm 100% done with it. I don't want anything to... I want to get back to normalcy. I'm going to have an interesting appearance on Kino Casino in less than an hour. We're going to begin over there. I'm going to be talking with Josh Moon about Kiwi Farms, which is a whole other bag of nonsense that we got to address today. That's going to be a wild conversation. So I hope you guys will join me over on Kino Casino this afternoon. I'm going to try to make it concise, though. Like, I don't want it to be like a 4-hour... I can't have it be a 4-hour thing. Like, my wife will be home probably between 2:30, 3 p.m. So I'm going to try to do like an hour and a half with Josh and get the conversation done. And then I think I want to get offline and relax, because fuck, man, this is ridiculous. This is a ridiculous day right now. Tonight, I want to do normal content. I want to play Street Fighter on my late stream tonight at 6:45 p.m. Pacific time. I'm going to play with M. Bison, Master Rank Street Fighter, and I just want it to be a normal fucking Street Fighter stream, right? I don't want to have drama. I've had enough. I really had enough. Like, I'm not even kidding you. I'm fucking exhausted right now. Dude, it's 12:09 a.m. Excuse me. It's 12:09 p.m. I'm already exhausted from this bullshit, and now I have to go on a podcast and talk with Josh Moon, and it's like, it's like, you ever played, or you ever seen Rock'em Sock'em Robots? There's the two robots, and they're going like this, and so you get punched, and the head goes, pa-dunk! That's what I feel like. I feel like you're in a boxing match. You pa-dunk, pa-dunk. No, stop. I don't want to be rocket socked anymore, man. Pa-dunk, oh, shit. Can I get back to my normal shit? Really, can I get back to my normal content? Yeesh. All right. Anyway, more tips to shout out. I got a $1.50 tip here. From Lady Charisma and lighter news, I'm glad to see you got use out of the logo. Looks better than I thought it would on the screen. Yes, I got a couple new logos, actually, today behind me. I haven't really even called them out because it's such an insane day. Actually, what is that glare coming from? Is that my TV monitor? Hold on. No, where is that glare coming from? It's my window. Oh, shit. Because it's sun coming in from my window. It's glaring off the screen. That's what that is. I wonder if I can get that gone. No, that's worse. Okay, if I go like this, well, that doesn't really help either. Now you see my monitor over there. Oh my lord. How do I get the glare to go away? I don't know. That sucks. So we didn't have glare on here before, and now there's glare on the screen, and that's actually pretty jarring, right? But anyway. Shit. Yeah, I have some new things on here from various different people. Like a few different people made a few different logos and things for me. We got the Philomania. We got DSP 316. I think there's another one I threw on there too. There it is. DSP Darkside feels supposed to be like the NWO, but it's DSP. So I just threw them on there as jokes. It's good. It's logos and stuff I can use on that, right? I just wish I could get rid of this glare because it wasn't there yesterday. I wonder what I changed. What did I change that made it? I think I moved it. I think I moved it further this way to get it to look a little better, but now there's glare. So I can't really do much about that. Oh well. All right, hold on. Shit. Let's see. I got a $10 tip. You're right. Maybe it's the vertical angle, actually. Maybe I propped it up, and now it's reflecting like this. That's even worse. Oh, no, it's even worse. It reflects the screen even worse now. Oh, man. I'll have to mess with it later. Yeah, because it literally was not doing that at all, and now it's doing it. Maybe if hold on. Let me try something else. Nah, it's going to keep doing it. I don't think there's a way to fix it right now. Oh, well. Like I said, I'll dig around with it later. So from Oxmer, this person did a $10 tip and says, King, by royal decree, place this pleasant duty in the dungeon. Well, here's the thing again. I really haven't had to do much. Literally in less than a week, this guy has fallen apart completely. And again, I've barely lifted a finger, right? All I've done is looked at the guy's channel and just spoke matter-of-factly about it. And here we are, right? It's at the level that it's at now. And, you know, that's life. But I don't have a dungeon. I don't need a dungeon because these people self-inflict this shit on themselves. You know what I'm saying? I got a $1 tip. Someone's saying do a copyright claim on Doody. That's not how it works. Because they're saying take his ad revenue. That's not how it works. Copyright claiming Doody would not take away his ad revenue at all. It would only shut down various videos temporarily. It's just, there's no point. Again, in the world of an eye for an eye, right, everyone ends up blind. Well, guess what? I'm not going to hit him with copyright strikes when I have no intention of suing him. If I actually had intention to sue Doody, then I would actually hit him with DMCA takedowns, but I don't have any intention of suing him. Okay? I don't. So I'm not doing it. I refuse. And by the way, we're going to end this conversation the same way that I always have. Do not attack Doody. Seriously. Do not take any actions against him whatsoever. I do not condone them. I condemn that. This is not, oh, go attack people because now we've exposed them. You don't do that. All right. That's the opposite of the point. The point is to expose so these people will change for the better for themselves, not to get people to go attack them and do awful actions to them. That's what he's doing to me. I don't want you to reciprocate to him. I'm going to stay the bigger man in this situation. Do you understand? Okay. I received a $5 tip. For Big Papa Phil, I have maintained over the years since I found you, your detractors are the most socially inept and morally stunted among us. Imagine your life's hobby is that you hate another man online and you don't know him. You produce content just making fun of his life, his family, nitpicking everything he says. You never be able to tell others about that hobby. You can't tell your girlfriend, your wife, your friends, your kids. They would think that you're an obsessed weirdo. These are facts. What these people do is a dark secret in their own lives. It's wrong and weird as fuck. No, that's funny. Like, for example, last year I had the side scrollers interview, correct? And the thing was all hyped all over the internet or whatever, right? And then they did what they did to me the next day, where literally all they did is they accepted payment from my detractors to make fun of me for a whole day. Do you imagine what it was like when Stuttering Craig, at the end of that stream, he went back to his wife and he's like, so what did you do today on your stream, honey? Oh, I bullied someone on the internet and I made $4,000 for making fun of him, his laugh and snorting, and said he does all these fucked up things. What? You did what? I thought you were on a show. I thought you were on like a podcast, right? I thought you were, You did what today? Yeah, we all went act together in a chorus. And then more money came in. It was amazing. It was like the more that we beat someone up and treated someone awfully, we made more money. So you're right. Imagine saying that to a logical fucking person, that this is what you did today. This is what I did today. You did what? You beat someone up and someone paid you for it? You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? What do you mean? What's going on? Someone said something's going on in chat, but I don't see it. Anyway, I got a $3 tip for Mr. Puffy Nipples. I found your Dark Side Phil video. You did a midnight release of Modern Warfare 2, the good old days of midnight releases. I know. Back when it was just about you could make a living on YouTube, literally not having drama and not having this nonsense, and instead you could cover games and play games. Remember that? You go to a midnight release, buy the game, come home, unbox it, pop it into your console, play it, and get tons of views on YouTube. Remember that? Right? Yeah. RTU moderators were in here causing drama? Oh, I don't know who RTU's moderators are. I don't give a shit. I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, Andy did a super chat. Drive-by contribution. Have fun chatting with Josh. Thank you. And Privacy, or Priv-assy, did a $20 super chat. Between you, Josh, and the Detractors, Detractors are the weirdest lolcows. Again, here's the thing about the definition of a lolcow, correct? I believe the definition of a lolcow is someone who, like, basically people act towards them in a certain way to get them to act in a certain way. Like, you're trying to goad someone to get an expected reaction out of them. And then when you get that reaction, you laugh at it, hence the lull portion. And then they're a cow because you're milking them for that kind of reaction content. Is that the definition of a lolcow, right? I would definitely argue that earlier on in my career, absolutely I was a lolcow. Like, this is how you don't play? Are you shitting me? That 1,000,000% triggered the fuck out of me back then. Because I thought that I was big shit. I thought that I was a big-ass gaming YouTuber, and I was above reproach. You know what I'm saying? I thought that everything was, amazing. How dare you criticize me? My content is popular. I'm the one who makes a living on YouTube, not you. So how dare you, right? Like, I'm serious. That's what my mentality was. I was cocky, and I was full of myself back then. We're talking 12, 13 years ago when This Is How You Don't Play started. And rightfully so. People wanted to act a certain way towards me, and it would spur a reaction that they wanted to get. They would elicit this reaction out of me. So I was a lolcow back then. But if you haven't noticed, over the last 10 years, right, I've changed more and more for the better. I don't want to have involvement with any of this shit. I don't want to be dragged into the fucking drama sphere. I just want to make nice, positive content with my audience. I want to have a good time with people, Take a look at the cool time I just had with Kino Casino Sunday night. or Saturday night when we did the Chain Together co-op. That was amazingly fun, right? Right. I want to be able to, be treated like a normal human and appear on a show and be able to chime in on a topic or laugh at some things that we're watching together, like a normal content creator. That's all I ask. I don't want to be pulled into the drama sphere or anything anymore. You know what I'm saying? I want it to end. That's why I said today, I'm done with Doody today. We're moving on from that crap. I'm completely and utterly done talking about that topic. So, can you really say I'm a lolcow today? I'm sure there's certain things you could definitely do that would trigger me. I'm not perfect. I definitely have flaws, and I absolutely will acknowledge that some things piss me off and whatever. In the case of what's going on this week with Doody and everything, I had to speak up because this was a point where, like, it was getting extreme with what was happening, and then when he got exposed for it, I mean, he imploded on himself, right? Don't expect that every day I'm going to be exposing a new detractor now. That's not my point. My point is I think what's happened this week, I've done my job to show you that the content of the lolcows is not me, it's them. Turn the cameras off of me and turn it towards them, and you're going to get infinite amounts of information and laughs, and and they deserve it. That's the sad fact, is they deserve it. They've been doing it to me for a decade. So now it's karma that it goes back to them. It's sad, but I mean, they made their bet. They're the ones who set them up. They're the ones who decided to put this content on the internet. So they're the ones who now are in the line of fire, and I think what it is they actually felt immune. They felt like they were insulated. Like they were never going to have this happen because everyone loves to hate on Phil. So as long as everyone's hating on Phil together, we're all fine. But guess what? It only took a few weeks, right? We're at the end of August. This all started. The very beginning of August is when all this started. And now, within not even a month, all of it's flipped. And now look what's happening. It's different now. And there you go, man. So, anyway, yeah, I mean, can you say that I'm a lolcow? I mean, to some extent, I think so. But I don't think you can argue that I'm anywhere like the people that are being milked daily for this content. The guys that the Kino Casino guys are talking about, the guys on Lolcow Live and shit. I have nothing to do with that shit. You know what I'm saying? Nothing like them. All right. Anyway, I got a couple more bucks to go, and then we have to get ready to adjourn because, like I said, I was planning on getting out of here around 12:30. Mr. Game Master with $1 tip. Are you interested in Stalker 2? I don't know. I didn't like Stalker 1, but I don't know much about 2. It did look decent. Am I excited for Dragon Age Veilguard? If anything, I'm excited in a curiosity way to see. It's been so long since the last one, Inquisition, if it'll be any good. Indiana Jones, does it interest you? Yes, I am interested in that, and I'm probably going to get it. And no, it doesn't bother me that it's a first-person game. Let's see here. Okay. I don't know what's going on. I'm talking with you guys. I'm talking with you, so I don't know. If people are saying stuff's going on in chat, I don't know what's going on. Okay. I'm talking with people in these. I'm shouting out contributions. Well, that is true. Arrow Squirrel says they don't want to admit you've improved in any way. Because if you don't improve, they bitch. But then when you do improve, they just still bitch and say that it didn't happen. So that way they have more content. Exactly. Spencer did a super chat. Andy and Ashton are also arguably lolcows, or were arguably lolcows, so they know what it's like. That's why they get the balance right between drama and grass. Yeah, real life and drama, right? It's not just about internet presence and shit like that. It's because again, you got to be careful about obsession. Like, there's people who sit around and all they care about is internet drama. And they just sit there going from click on this guy who does internet drama. Click on this guy who does internet drama. Who's the next lolcow to laugh at today? That's not a way to go through life. You want to have some of your life be that kind of entertainment value, all right. But it's not the end-all, be-all of existence, dude. You have to be doing something in your life that's meaningful, It's crazy that people just focus on this ultimate toxicity. How many people? Is it like a subculture, a sub-society on the internet of people who are just 100% hyper-focused on toxicity and hate and awful things? And I never will be like that. I don't want to be like that at all. Absolutely. It doesn't do good for you mentally at all. Imagine if all day, all you're thinking about is hateful thoughts about people around you. That never once you think a positive thought about your life or anything going on. You just think about, don't like them, hate them, laugh at them, don't like them, hate them. What kind of a mindset could you have, right? That's true. Clyde says Wings Troll said if he got a job, they would leave him alone, so he went to do DoorDash, and then they got him fired from DoorDash. Exactly. That's, again, that was Lolcow trapping. They wanted to elicit a response from him, so they told him something. For some reason, he believed it. And then guess what? Haha, you fell for the trap. And then they fucked him anyway. Right? That's exactly right. Wonder if I do this, it goes lower. Oh, I see. Maybe I could do that. Maybe that's how I had it. Maybe I had it further back, like this. Ah, that's what it was. It was at a different angle. I've changed the angle, and now the glare's completely gone. It was the angle of the screen. There you go. That's the high-level intelligence of the valedictorian of Notre Dame High School, Fairfield, Connecticut, right there, baby. Yeah. Angles of light. I'm so smart. It only took me an hour to figure that shit out, right? It's Snoopy just did a super chat and says, nobody is perfect. We all have our quirks. Well, thank you. It's Snoopy. And I received a $15 tip. We'll be playing Path of Exile 2 in November. Put the beefy PC to the test. What is Path of Exile 2? I don't know what that is. So I can't answer that question. I know this gaming season is going to be nuts. September, October, and November are like ultra effing packed with games. So I get the feeling I'm going to be very, very, very busy with games as is. I don't know if I'll have time for new games like that. I'm not sure what that is. Okay, so since we're coming to the end of the show, because I do have to end the show within the next like 5 to 10 minutes, guys. So here's the deal. Here's what's going on for the rest of the week. Today, right after the show ends, I'm setting up and I'm going to be appearing on Kino Casino over on their Kick channel, which is, I think, Kino Casino Gaming on Kick. 1 p.m. Pacific time, so within about half an hour, for about 1 to 2 hours. I think we actually scheduled a 2-hour block for Josh Moon, so it's going to be around between 1 to 2 hours. Quite frankly, I'm going to be honest, after already having gone through this right now, I don't know. I don't think I can go longer than 2 hours. Like, I'm going to want to unwind and, like, decompress after that shit. I just can only take so much drama in one fucking day. All right? So I think I'll probably call it, like, maybe around, I'll stay on the show till, like, 2:33 p.m., and then I'll tell them, guys, I kind of got to go. I need to fucking go relax, lay down in the bed or some shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's going to be today, this afternoon. If after I get off that show, if I'm up to it, I may do like a half an hour decompression stream here where I'll just boot up and talk with you guys for 30 minutes. If you're interested, I'll talk about what happened on that show and we can just kind of interact for half an hour until I'm done with my first stream, which ends around 4 p.m. Pacific time, roughly. That's when I usually end it. So that's probably what I'm thinking is this will go offline. Go check me out on Kino Casino. And then when that's done, if you're interested, come on back and we'll hang out here for a little bit as like a decompression. Okay. Now my regular late stream tonight is this usual time. 6:45 p.m. Pacific time. All right. Street Fighter 6 with M. Bison ranked matches. So I hope that you will join me for that on the late stream. That should be fun, although it's very rage-inducing when I lose. You'll see I rage like crazy, but people think it's hilarious. So I hope you'll join me for that later tonight. Okay. Tomorrow is actually a full day of a new release. Tomorrow I'm going to do my podcast in the morning, but then it's Star Wars Outlaws. Everyone is wondering if this game is any good. So I'm going to get Ubisoft Plus and install it via that and try it tomorrow. And we're going to see how Star Wars Outlaws is all day long. I'm going to do it on both streams, a full day of Star Wars Outlaws launch day, okay? Wednesday is the big one. Wednesday morning on this very show, I will have Keemstar as a guest, all right? My show will start around 11 a.m., but I'm going to get technical issues and things worked out before so that when he joins, it's actually fucking working. So I'll probably try to get him on by 11:30 a.m. Pacific time, and we're going to have about an hour, maybe an hour and a half appearance with Keemstar here on this show. And we'll see how it goes. It's going to be a civil conversation. This is not us attacking each other. This is not us being dicks to each other. This is not us, you know, having an insane slap fight over the internet. It's going to be a man-to-man civil conversation about lots of things, I'm sure. I have some things to ask him and talk with him about. I'm sure he wants to talk to me about certain topics, and we're going to have it out as reasonable as we can on stream, okay? So that's going to be Wednesday. And then I'm withholding all contributions and or shout outs while he's on the show because I just want it to be him and me. I don't want to have all this white noise coming in and these fucking people who try to insult him and shit. I want to have it be a respectful show and conversation for Wednesday, okay? And then Wednesday day stream after the podcast will be gameplay, but I'm uncertain if it should be Black Myth Wukong or more Star Wars. But probably that night, excuse me, probably that night, I'll end up doing possibly a Stardew Valley chill stream. Because at that point, I think I'm going to need one. I think the drama is going to be so ridiculous, I don't want to do more drama. And then I'm still here Wednesday and Thursday. There will be full gameplay days Wednesday and Thursday with no interruptions and no drama and no bullshit. Okay, it'll just be pure gameplay those days. Fair enough? And then the only other big thing to talk about is that this coming week, next week, my documentary, but from June the King, it's on me. It's over 4 hours long. Will be dropping. When the documentary drops, I will be doing a live react to that documentary on my DSP Reacts channel nightly. Like, it's going to be so long, I'm going to be doing like 2-hour streams reacting to it every night. So I don't know when it drops. When it drops, that's when we'll schedule it in and I'll start doing it daily. And so that's some interesting content you probably will want to see as well. All right. All right, guys, I got to get out of here because I got to test my headphones, my microphone. I got to get Discord up and running on my PC. Hopefully it works. Hopefully we're going to have a good time over on the Kino Casino show. And after this drama, it's like I'm already dramaed out, and now here we go, right to the next. So hope you'll join me over there. All right, everybody, and thank you. You guys are a great audience. I mean, oh my God, overwhelming support for a 90-minute show. And I really appreciate that. Everyone coming out and the views and everything. The King Streak continues, which is obviously amazing, right? Should be a good time. All right, guys, thank you so very much. I hope you enjoyed. Tomorrow, we'll have a normal podcast in the morning where hopefully we can actually get to the topics I wanted to do today. And I certainly hope that you will join me, all right? Dark Phoenix is saying I ignored their tip. I didn't get a $5 tip from you, Dark Phoenix, so I don't know what you're talking about. I shouted out every tip I've received. Unless, did you tip me the wrong way? Did you use a link from like 2 years ago? Hold on. Holy shit, I think you did. You used like a 2-year outdated link, I think. Hold on. Oh, come on, it's frozen now. My browser won't move. What the? Come on, you piece of garbage. Yeah, I got a $5 tip from someone saying, and it was the wrong address. They actually went to my other outdated inbox. That's why I didn't see it. So the truth is, Doody does everything the detractors claim you do. He's a hypocrite. It's obvious to anyone who's have a brain. If people keep inflating his ego, he'll get worse. He talks to the third person. His jokes are so cringe. Most of his content is just raw clips. He doesn't add any commentary or value. At least other detractors do add commentary, and they're attempting to be funny. So I don't know. They're saying this guy basically says, I think the snake will eat itself. I mean, that's the intention and that's the idea. Because I'm not going to be involved any further. Okay. So that's what happened. I didn't see your tip because you sent it to the wrong address. And then someone actually did yeah, there were 2 people who sent it to the wrong PayPal. Someone did a $2 tip and says, "Keem was nice. He defended you." I don't know if he defended me. I just know that he was sticking up for copyright. You know what I'm saying? Like the law. Where can you see the stream? Over on kick.com. It is called Kino Casino Gaming. I don't know if they're online right now or not. I'm about to go offline and get set up for the show, and then we'll figure it all out. Okay? Guys, I'm out of here. I will see you. Hopefully, I may do a decompression stream after this, so I may see you here between like 3, 4 p.m. Pacific time. If not, I will see you here tonight, 6:45 p.m. Pacific time for Street Fighter 6. Sound good? Thank you, guys. See you then.